lovers, it's Sarah, and I was tagged by my crafty friend Jessica to share my top 20 favorite paper crafting tools of 2012. I'm so excited because I love to see what other people love to use, and a lot of them are similar, but a few of them are different. So anyways, my number one is no surprise. It would be my Gypsy and my Cricut Expression. It is very rare that I ever make something without them. I cannot use my Cricut Expression without my Gypsy. They go hand in hand. I design everything on the Gypsy first. It makes it so much easier to see what I'm doing. And then you just plug it in and get your paper ready. And it cuts everything out for you. So I just really, it's changed my crafty life, let's just say that. So that's number one. My number two are my Scrappy Mom stamps, and I have quite a few because I am on the design team, and I tried desperately to be on the design team because I love them so much. And what I love about them, first of all, they're really good quality. They stamp really well. I love the different fonts that they use. I love the sentiments. They're so cute. And a lot of times I'll be struggling, for an idea for a card, and I'll just pull out a set of stamps and I'll just kind of go through some of the sentiments, and I'll see cows it going, and I'm like, I haven't made a card with a cow in a while, so then I'll pull out, a cartridge that has a cow on it and just go from there. So I get a lot of my inspiration actually from the sentiments on their stamps. And Mel and Tammy, they are just sweet ladies, wonderful to work with, and I just really love them to death. And let's see, my number three tool is my Zig two-way glue pen. I use this to put all of my Cricut cuts together. I use the chisel tip. There's a thicker one and there's a thinner one too. I cannot put my Cricut images together without this. This is I love this pen so much. And I usually get them at Michael's or Joann's whenever they're on sale. Number four is Michael's cardstock, the Recollection brand. I use this cardstock for pretty much all my Cricut cuts. Unless I don't have a specific color, then I'll go into my other cardstock. But this cardstock for me cuts the best on the Cricut. I never have any kind of problems with it. I've tried the Joann brand, and for me it just isn't the same. It seems to be, I don't know, it's just different. So for me, Michael's Recollection brand is easiest for me to cut on my Cricut. The only thing I will say about this cardstock is that it comes in collections like this with all kinds of different colors. Like this is Soda Pop. So sometimes, like if I use a lot of this color and not so much of the other colors, but I run out of this color, I have to go out and buy the whole pack, which when they're on sale, they're a really good price. But then I end up with a lot of, the other colors. And then sometimes they won't carry a collection anymore, and I'll have a hard time finding that color. So that's the only thing. I wish they would sell, just the colors by themselves. But other than that, I love that cardstock. Number five is Paper Tray Ink cardstock. And this cardstock is super thick, and this is what I use for all of my card bases. And I just purchase it in craft white and black because that's usually the most that I make. I did purchase about 2 years ago one of their variety packs that has like all their main colors. It has I think it's like 3 or 4 sheets of all their main colors, and I'll use that once in a while. Number 6 is a tie. My tweezers and my paper piercer. I use my tweezers a lot for all of my Cricut cuts, all the little tiny pieces. Helps me. Paper piercer, I use this for everything. Obviously for poking holes if you need to, but I put my little tiny embellishments on my cards with it. If I have a layer of paper that's stuck, I can get under there and lift it up. I mean, this is a must-have. I cannot create without it. Number 7 is Michael's Bling. I love the Recollection brand of these rhinestones. And I use the pearls too, but I use the rhinestones the most. They have such a variety. When they're on sale, they're a really good deal. I pretty much don't ever buy anything full price, only when it's on sale. I love them. I put them on almost every project that I make. They just add that extra something special. Let's see, number 8 would be a tie also between my Cricut Imagine and 6x6 paper pads. And 6x6 paper pads are new to me for 2012. I've been a 12x12 paper pad girl since I started paper crafting. And I gotta tell you, maybe at the beginning of the year and maybe a couple times at Christmas, I used 12x12 paper. Other than that, this whole entire year has been 6x6 papers. I'm so addicted. They're perfect for card makers because the images are scaled down, so it's better, you know, for the fronts of cards and stuff. And I just love the variety out there. My favorite are Echo Park and My Mind's Eye, which my Michaels does carry My Mind's Eye. I'm so excited. And I also, let me see if I can pick this up without making a mess. I've noticed that the Recollection brand at Christmas time and now at Valentine's has their own brand. And I really like their paper too. So, 6x6 paper packs and My Imagine. I love My Imagine. I know a lot of people when they first got it were a little disappointed it wasn't exactly what they thought, or they were having issues with it. I waited a very long time to get My Imagine, and I knew the pros and cons, and for what I wanted it for, it was perfect. And I love to match the colors in my Cricut cuts with the colors in my paper and my mats, and the Imagine allows me to do that, and so that's what I use it for, and I love it. It's number 9. Oh, I had to stretch to reach it. Are Peachy Keen stamps. And I started out with the Everyday Character Face assortment, which I pretty much think everybody that buys starts with Peachy Keen gets this set. This is a perfect starter set for paper dolls, and you can put these faces on anything, animals, fruit, anything you want. So this is a good set to start out with. As you can see, I don't have very many because I think they're pretty versatile. My very favorite is the Happy Lash assortment. I just love this set, and if you are not good at coloring in the eyes, or if you're a little bit, you know, you're not too sure if you want to do that, this is a good set because all of their eyes are closed, so you don't have to worry about coloring in their eyes. So once I started with Peachy Keen stamps, it just changed. It just adds so much personality to the image on your card. Okay, number 10 is My Creative Time. I love Emma. I love her products, and my absolute favorite is her Build-A-Banner kit. This to me is a must-have. I love the dies in here. I love the stamps. They're very versatile. You could use it all together to make a banner like this. You don't have to. It's just a really fun embellishment to work with. And Emma's a sweetheart. Okay, number 11 is my ATG gun. I used to use really cheap adhesive, the little cheap rollers. I think I used to get them at Walmart when I first started making cards. And I've noticed that all of my cards that I first made totally fell apart. The adhesive loses its sticky. With this, you don't have to worry about that. It's really good adhesive. It lasts a long time. It does take a little bit of getting used to because it's so large, but once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. I love it, and you know you're going to get a good bond. Number 12 is stickles. I love stickles, and I use them almost on every project. My favorite used to be Diamond, and then Emma turned me on to the Stardust stickles, and I love it. It's so iridescent and pretty, and you can see it's almost empty. I use it a lot. And just a tip, I store my stickles upside down. I put a little Velcro on here that I got at Michael's, and then I put the other part of the Velcro on my shelf, on the bottom of my shelf, and I just stick it on there. They store upside down, so you can see all the glue goes down to the bottom, so you get every last drop out of your bottles, and I don't ever have a problem with air bubbles that way. Number 13 is a tie between my Martha Stewart Fence Border Punch and my large Cloud Punch. I use these so much. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love to make cards with trees and clouds and fences on them, and so these two products right here just make it so easy for me. I just punch out my images and bam, I'm done with my little scene. Number 14 is, oh my goodness, I can't reach it. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Number 14 is twine, which I have a whole bunch of it right here. Baker's twine. And I have a video on how I did my little tags, how I store them. And it's a tie between Baker's twine and seam binding ribbon. Seam binding ribbon is new to me in 2012 also. I have a bunch from my friend Liz from Liz's Paper Loft. And what I love about this seam binding ribbon is it comes straight. And if you want to crinkle it up, you just spritz it with water and then you wrinkle it up in your hand and then you dry it with your heat gun. And it gives us a really cool effect. And for me, seam binding ribbon is thinner. It's easier for me to tie bows in. I don't know if that's for a lot of people or just me. But I've really enjoyed using seam binding ribbon in 2012. And then I love my twine bows. I have to have my twine bows. And this is all twine from the Twinery that is sold on the Scrappy Moms blog. They sell it in sample packs. Number 15, not really a tool, but it's my chapstick. And yes, it's pink. I have my chapstick right sitting next to me on my desk. I just have to have chapstick. Okay, number 16 is foam adhesive. And I used to use the Joanne brand, and then I found out that the Michaels were a lot stiffer, so they didn't squish down as much, and so I really enjoy using those. And then I also, my friend Sylvia sent me some from the Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby, and I blew through those. They were the bigger size. They were like this size here. And so I went out and got the smaller ones because I like the little circles, and this is I think my third pack of the circles. These are really thick too. I really like the ones from Hobby Lobby. But if you don't have a Hobby Lobby, the Michaels ones are good too. Number 17 is my Cuddle Bug. And I use this for mainly embossing and then for the few dies that I have. And my favorite embossing folders are the Swiss Dots, Divine Swirls, and Victoria. I really like the Victoria folder because I don't really make a lot of pretty cards. My cards are more cutesy. So when I do need a pretty card, this really comes in handy. It makes it a lot easier for me. Number 18 are Zots, or glue dots. If you are having an issue adhering something down, 9 times out of 10, you grab a glue dot and that sucker will stick. I love glue dots. They're just great. Number 19 is ink, and my favorite black ink is by Memento. It's Tuxedo Black, and then my crafty friend Christina got me hooked on Jenny Bolin, and my favorite is Brown Sugar. So these are pretty much the two go-to inks that I use, Brown Sugar and Tuxedo Black. And my number 20 all-time favorite tool for 2012 are my Pebbles Cream Chalks. My crafty friend Jennifer suggested these because I was having trouble coloring the faces of my Peachy Keen stamps, and she uses this brand and she told me to try it out, and I really, really like it. The only place I've seen it is Hobby Lobby, but it could be available other places. So I mainly just use the pink for the cheeks of the faces, but I have used the other colors to color in different parts of my Peachy Keen faces. So that's it. Thank you so much, Jessica, for tagging me. And I am going to tag the wonderful, the beautiful, one of my very best friends ever in the whole wide world, Miss Julie from Readysetstamp. I can't wait to see your top 20, Julie, even though I probably already know what they are. So, but anybody else that wants to play along, just shoot a video and let us know that you did one, because I would love to see it. Okay? Thanks everybody for watching, and have a blessed day.